Hello everybody. Yes, we are once again back, and it's week 11 of the Old Dominion Dynasty in year 3. It's been the longest year 3 of all time. It really does seem like it's been quite a long season because it's taken me a while to get this stuff up. But we're looking at some recruiting, and it's Eric Bracken. 304 pounds, 6'1", 3 or 2 star. I totally missed that, but anyway. He's a defensive tackle. We're looking at him, and again, Jeff Robinson. This guy, I like this guy. 6'5" at the safety position. He could really add some real uniqueness to that position with that height. That's right. We've got Florida Atlantic coming up next. They're a tough East Division opponent. And yeah, they've got a tough duo here. The quarterback Quez Johnson, running back Antonio Washington. I think you guys may be familiar with them from a previous certain game. So we want to make sure that those guys are contained here. You look at how the teams stack up. Not too shabby. They're 27 points per game for Old Dominion's offense. We would like to improve that, try and eclipse 30 maybe, but what's important is that pick up the big wins here. And David Dixon starts off nicely with an 11-yard gain up the giant hole there. And yes, he is closing in on 1,000 yards in his first season as a player at Old Dominion, a redshirt freshman no less. And Kevin Privet found here on the outside before getting absolutely destroyed out of bounds, but it managed to be a first down. And Old Dominion would find themselves in a 3rd and 11 situation. Kevin Privet again, but he stopped just short. He had to come back to the pass a little bit. If he didn't, his route was originally run past the marker, but he had to come back, and so it cost Old Dominion that possession there. And now FAU moving down the field with Cam Bolin. They would find themselves in a 3rd down situation here. And look at Hall make the catch. He would be stopped short, so both teams stall on their first drives of the game. We jump ahead now to Florida Atlantic's next drive after Old Dominion had a quick 3 and out. And Johnson back to pass. Now when he's going to find his man Cam Bolin again. This time he was open, a hole in the coverage. Let him make that catch and make a rather large gain there in 3rd and 5. Look at this. Andrew Everett nearly picks that off the defensive end. He is quite an athletic player there at Andrew Everett. So 4th and 5. This is a 50-yard field goal attempt. It's going to come just short. We're going to see how close this comes. FAU had a chance to put the first points on the board, and unfortunately they come up just a hair short. That might have been good from about 48 yards out, but not 50. Not 49 probably either, but 1st and 10 for Silva here. He's going to roll out and find Connor Martin for about just 3 yards. He had to rush that pass out there. So 3rd and 8, Silva looks to pass. Patient in the pocket. He finds Philip Dickens running a little corner route. Beautifully done to the sidelines there. So 2nd and 9 late in the first quarter. Kevin Privet's going to make a deadly spin move that completely embarrasses the defender. 16 yards on a bubble screen. This would have been a minimal gain if the defender makes a tackle, but Privet, a nifty spin move, and he's already got 4 receptions just in this 4th quarter alone. Nice start to the game, and Silva only throwing 1 incompletion so far. Silva's going to get the quick pitch to Dixon on the option. 6 yards for Dixon. It'll be 2nd and 4. Things looking nice for the Old Dominion offense here. Harvey Taylor comes in, helps out with the running game with 8 yards and a first down. We start the 2nd quarter, still scoreless. 3rd and 10 for Josh Silva from about the 20-yard line now. Silva rolling to his right, not what you want to do as a left-handed quarterback, and he forces this one. Thought he could find number 3, Kevin Privet. He couldn't, and Connor Mewborn makes a potential touchdown-saving tackle. That might have gone all the way. Thankfully, that tackle saved the day in 2nd and 4 now for Quez Johnson running the option. This is what they do. Both teams like running all kinds of options here, read options, power options. They like doing it out of those pistol sets and shotguns. Johnson does it again. They like running a no-huddle too. So they'll just hurry right up to the line and call a very similar play. For the 3rd time in a row, Andrew Everett thought he had it stopped. Johnson calls his own number. 3 plays in a row, and he gets them all the way inside the 5-yard line. But after a false start penalty, they're pushed back just a little bit here on 2nd and goal. And so Old Dominion, they swarmed to that play. Jay Warren had nowhere to go. 3rd and goal, a chance for the defense of the Monarchs to make a statement here. Warren with the catch. He's going to ride Roshan Doherty for about 7 yards. He had Doherty all over him, and he rode him for 7 yards into the end zone. First score of the game goes to the Owls of Florida Atlantic. And Silva, the guy's pulling off huge moves here, making the defense look silly. What a spin move that was. Must have done a lot of spin moves in practice this week or something, because it is working. David Dixon, a hard-fought run up the middle for about 5 yards. But that would stall. The drive would completely stall. And so a punt from Ricky Seegers. Look at this punt here. Rob Thompson with the hustle down the field, down at around the 5-yard line, 5.5-yard line maybe. And so the defense is pumped. And look at this play right there. Beautiful stop in the backfield. Chris Cleveland's first tackle of the game is a great one. 2nd and 12. Defense wants to push them back further. And it's DJ Simon who nearly comes up with another tackle for a loss. And instead, it's a 20-yard Antonio Washington run. Washington can be incredibly deadly, but he also has his cold streaks where he just can't get anything going. And on that play, Quez Johnson hit from behind. The pass falls incomplete. But another Old Dominion drive failed to get going, so we jump ahead now. 2 minutes to go, and Caleb Taylor all over that play. He saw it before it even started. 3rd and 6, under 90 seconds to go for Quez Johnson and the Owls of Florida Atlantic to extend their lead. He's going to roll out to his right, doesn't have anybody open. He's going to be sacked on this play. Beautifully done. Anderson Miller gets credit for the sack, although a number of players were in on that play. So just over a minute for Old Dominion at around midfield to try and tie this one up, or at least get on the board with a field goal. And it's Kevin Primmett again. He has 5 receptions in the first half alone. He doesn't usually get that many receptions in a single game, but he's done it in one half. And on 3rd and 8 now, time is ticking away. Silva looks to pass, has time, has plenty of room, and he finds Philip Dickens open in space. And time will stop at 17 seconds there for Old Dominion, 1st and 10. So looking in the pocket, he's going to throw this one for the corner. Brandon Ellison in the corner of the end zone. That was a beautiful, perfect pass. It was perfect. Great pass, great catch. You're going to see this here in the corner of the end zone. This was beautiful to Brandon Ellison. I've told you guys he has a bright future as a receiver at Old Dominion. We'll just look at this one more time. Look at this. He gets 2 feet, and that would have been good in the NFL. A great catch in the corner of the end zone, thanks to a great throw by Josh Silva. So 7-7 with 13 seconds left. FAU maybe is going to try and run this one out, except Antonio Washington finds room. Marcus Messi completely whiffs on his tackle, and nobody's catching him. Just like that. Just like that. One play, 75 yards, and FAU takes away some of that momentum Old Dominion felt they had going into the half. We come out of halftime, it's 14-7 FAU, and they have the ball to start. A chance to, yes, again, extend this lead, but the defense not going to let Washington get another 75-yard run here. No way. 2nd and 13, and here comes Caleb Taylor right in the face. He punches Quez Johnson right in the face. He has had quite a game, Caleb Taylor, so far. The senior linebacker who has had an outstanding career, but look at this. 3rd and 16, and he gave up a 21-yard gain. So it throws all those plays away for the defense. They did so great on 1st and 2nd down. And there's Caleb Taylor again, just he is all over the place, making plays. They're not going to let Washington get anything. That drive would end there. So Silva on the next drive for Old Dominion. Look at this run. He has so much room, and he is fast. You can't give him any space because he will tear it up in a very short amount of time. 1st and 10, Silva patient again. He's been very patient in the pocket. When he's been able to stay in the pocket, that is. Of course, when he rolls out, he hasn't had a lot of patience there. But look at him just making these easy passes. 2nd and 9, 1st down, but there's a flag. And it's against the defense for a face mask. So this is going to go all the way to the 15-yard line in FAU territory. And Old Dominion has a great chance to tie this one up. They would find themselves 3rd and 9, though, inside the 15-yard line. Silva has plenty of time to throw. Nice patience again. And it's Brandon Ellison for the 2nd time in the game. His 2nd receiving touchdown. A beautiful one from 13 yards out. And again, Silva, just great patience, great recognition. Finds Ellison in the end zone for yet another touchdown. FAU frustrated defensively after that. Tied at 14 and midway through the third quarter. Johnson's going to run a little option here, and it just seems after Old Dominion scores a touchdown, they give up big running plays. 15 on that one. 1st and 10 now. Handoff to Washington, and who is it? It's Caleb Taylor. Again, number 43 is having himself a game of games. He meets Washington right away on that handoff out of the pistol formation. 3rd and 7 for Quez Johnson and his Owls, trying to get something going to get that lead back. Dropping back to pass, and he's going to get caught by DJ Simon on that play. Short of the first down. Great defense. Oh, but they're going to go for it. It's 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. And Johnson has nowhere to go. Nowhere. Travis Gonzalez and Galen Evans stonewall them on that play, and Gonzalez continuing to show why he is one of the best. He has had himself a couple of years here at Old Dominion after coming from junior college. His final season, he will be missed next year. But this is a great final season for Travis Gonzalez. And as we move ahead now to Old Dominion's next drive, David Dixon, he's had a rough game. The defense for FAU has really held him down. This, a 53-yard attempt. This will be a career long for Anthony White. Speaking of another junior college player, and it goes through 53 yards. Unbelievable. Career long for Anthony White. And this one could have probably been through from 54 or 55. That was quite a leg he put into that. Take a look at the production of Antonio Washington. Just 3 carries for -8 yards in this half after a huge first half performance, largely thanks to a 75-yard run at the end of the half. And again, the defense getting it done, stopping him in the backfield. Here, Washington will get the first down, though. He does get his head taken off. Manages to pop right back up like it was nothing. Unbelievable. Tough player indeed. Jay Warren met on that play by Larry Alston. The linebackers are all over the place in this game. He comes up with a big stop. 2nd and 15 after that play. Here as we start the fourth quarter, Washington gets the handoff and manages to get about 11 yards on that play, so it will be 3rd and 4. Manageable 3rd down in Old Dominion territory for Quez Johnson, and he has nowhere to go. The defense is going to stop him. Unbelievable, and guess who it's going to be? Terry Morris. Haven't called his name yet. He's a new guy. He's a freshman on the defensive line. We'll be seeing more and more of him in the future. Number 90 there. This really was a team sack, though. Anderson, Miller, Andrew Everett, everybody getting a piece of this action. 4th and 5, and they decide to go for it from about the 45-yard line. This play going to go to Cam Bolin, and they do get it. The drive stays alive. Old Dominion frustrated defensively. They hate giving up those kind of plays. 2nd and 10 now for FAU. Johnson's going to find Cam Bolin again, but he is met immediately by Marcus Massey. Nowhere to go on that bubble screen. 3rd down yet again for Quez Johnson and the FAU offense. Getting pressured there. It's going to be tipped, and Travis Gonzalez nearly had his 6th interception of the season. Couldn't quite pull it in. Tipped by Jack Tacho, and now 48-yard attempt to tie this one up. Huge field goal for FAU. Here we go. This one is up, and it is nowhere even close. It had the distance, but it was not even close to being anywhere near the uprights. So it stays 17-14 now. Old Dominion in control. David Dixon running over a defender before he gets planted to the ground. 3rd and 3 now. Silva drops back to pass, and it's Adrian Bush. Guy who doesn't get a lot of looks. He's more of a blocking tight end. He doesn't catch too many, but he makes the play there. Under 4 minutes to go. Old Dominion trying to put this game away here on 1st down, trying to pass it. Silva takes off, and it's stripped. Eugene recovers the fumble for Florida Atlantic, and life has been given to the Florida Atlantic Owls now as they have a chance to even take the lead on this next drive. 3rd and 6. They would find themselves inside the 30-yard line. Johnson in the pocket looking to pass, and it's Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor, the backup strong safety, comes in to make the interception, and that may have just sealed the fate for the Owls. What an interception by Corey Taylor on that play. Unbelievable. That will put this game away, folks. The final 20-14. Old Dominion would manage a late field goal to put it away. Silva, the player of the game, What a game for Old Dominion. They extend their winning streak to 7 games. That's right, 7 games, and are still in control of the East Division in the Conference USA. 2 games stand between Old Dominion and a Conference USA championship game appearance, and they still have work to do. We'll go over that in a second here, but this was my favorite play of the game. What a pass, what a catch. And Brandon Nelson has quite a future ahead of him at Old Dominion. He could be a #1 receiver in the future, I tell you what. And there's your stats. Silva amassing 176 passing yards, 91 on the ground. David Dixon did not have very many carries, not many yards. He only had about 40 yards on about 12 carries. But we got some recruits committing. Jeff Robinson, the big one. Ryan Chapman, Aaron Bennett. We got a couple of safeties and a defensive tackle. You can see that Jerry Shaw has decided to go to UL Lafayette, unfortunately. I really wanted him at the middle linebacker position. He looked like he had real potential, but it's not going to be. That's how it is. There's the East Division. And while Old Dominion did beat FIU, if Old Dominion loses and FIU wins out, FIU will win the division. So Old Dominion still has work to do. They need to beat Middle Tennessee and UAB. The final 2 games of the season for ODU before we get into any postseason action. So 8-2, 5-1. The Monarchs are sitting pretty, but there's still, like I said, lots of things that need to be done. Johnny Manziel leads the Heisman race with Trayvon Boykin, Everett Golson riding him up there. So does Manziel have another Heisman in him? You guys tell me. Do you think Johnny Manziel will add another Heisman his final year in college football here in NCAA Football 14 here? Does he have another Heisman in him? We will find out at the end of the season there, but let me know what do you guys think. And here's the NCAA and Conference USA Players of the Week coming up for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Next video, there will be a little bye week video, and then we'll get on to the final couple weeks of the season. I will see you guys all next